Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The 10. Our countdown show where we talk about top 10 things pertaining to a specific episode or
Or
topic.
top 10 things that pertain to a specific topic.
There we go.
Yeah.
This episode's going up alongside the other episode we're doing. I uploaded it today, so it's going to go up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Or Sunday for all you people that want to be time specific. Anyway, we already did an episode on the top 10 Raw superstars that should jump to Smackdown before, well, in 2019 as I titled it.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be the top 10 Smackdown superstars that should go to Raw in 2019.
Yep.
But before we get into that, where are our manners? I am War Machine MJ. He's Dicky.
What up?
And we are the 3 Count Mafia.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go ahead and start with number 10. Now, before we jump into this, we did write this list prior to TLC.
Yeah. Like prior to TLC, prior to the McMahon shakeup when Raw ratings were constantly in the shitter every week.
Yeah.
And they were recording new lows. As we are recording this, the Christmas Eve edition of Monday Night Raw got under 2 million viewers. No surprise there.
Yeah, what do you expect with spoilers running around?
Yeah, I mean, being that all the talent had that week off, and they got New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off, so...
Well, I'm just saying, like, they taped it in advance, and the people that were already in attendance just spoiled most of it, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
I still watched it. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, I was going to watch it anyway, so...
Anyway, number 10.
Number 10, we have Charlotte Flair. Now, there's some rumors about her possibly going to Raw, possibly staying on SmackDown. She's done all that she could do on Raw and on SmackDown. She's on the cusp, if you will, of possibly being an 8-time women's champion in the near future in 2019. And I think if you put her back on Monday Night Raw, she can definitely reignite that feud she had with Sasha, minus the flip-flopping with the title. She could even have matches with Natalya. She's had a match with Alexa Bliss. They could have a decent feud.
She could continue her feud with Ronda Rousey.
Yes. So she could mix it up with anybody, whether it's on Raw or SmackDown. She could definitely hold her own. And people still say, "Oh, Ric Flair's her daddy," and she's in the position she's in. The way I see it, yeah, Ric Flair is her daddy.
And that's how it initially started. But since then, she has carved her own niche into this brand.
Yeah, I was just going to say, she's stepped out of the comfort zone of her father and made a name for herself. So she, like I said, she can hold her own whether it's on Raw or SmackDown.
I got money riding that they're going to make her a 16-time women's champion.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Woo!
Woo!
Anyway, number 9.
The Usos, Jimmy and Jay, the 5-time tag team champions. Now, they've definitely they've done some work on SmackDown. How could we not forget that incredible Hell in a Cell match they had with the New Day? I mean, that match was just fucking balls to the wall incredible.
Oh, yeah. They also brought home the only SmackDown victory on Survivor Series.
Yeah, but it didn't count.
Didn't count because somebody fucked up.
Anyway, you put them on Raw, they could definitely hold their own with the likes of the Revival, if they're booked properly, AOP or AOPP.
Gable and Rude.
Yes, they could definitely hold their own with any tag team. And, with the way their gimmick is and the way their persona is, I definitely like it from what they were originally with the dancing and the face paint. This really fits this really fits who they are. And they can definitely take it to the next level. If you put them with the right tag teams, or basically with any tag team on any brand, they can definitely take it to that next level.
Yeah, if you want to rebuild Raw's tag team scene from the ground up, make it great again, the Usos is a great way to start with it because they are 3 of the best tag teams on the main roster.
Facts.
And you could also do that with another entry that we'll get to much, much later on. But for right now, let's move on to number 8.
Asuka, Now, as we are recording this, she is the current SmackDown Women's Champion. She had somewhat of a
boggy.
a boggy roller coaster 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a pretty good match with Charlotte at WrestleMania. I mean, she was on Raw to begin with, but you know, if you switch her over to the Red brand, I mean, it's the same way with Charlotte. We could easily get a classic feud with her and Sasha Banks. She could have a good match with Asuka. I mean, shit, Bailey. Fuck. Asuka could have a good match with Asuka. Try that on for size.
Book it. She could rekindle her feud with Ember Moon.
Yeah.
I see what I did there.
Yeah.
Anyway, she could also have quality matches against Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so. That is so shallow of the Raw division that we're just focusing on certain names.
I mean, Natalya.
Yeah, they're starting to book Natalya properly.
Yeah. If Ruby Riott was booked properly, she could pull out a decent match.
Are you kidding me? She's the only properly booked member of the Riot Squad.
That is a fact. But Asuka, I think she's primed to have a pretty big 2019 on the main roster, regardless of what brand she's on. So we'll see what the future holds.
Number 7.
Tye Dillinger.
Now you missed one. The current United States champion, Rusev.
Oh yeah, Rusev. We'll talk about that other guy.
You skipped over Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev. Let's talk about Rusev. Rusev is the current 3-time United States champion.
Again, I keep forgetting about that second reign.
Yeah.
I just remember the first reign because he was undefeated, he had a tank, and John Cena beat him.
I think the second reign came when he was in that bullshit League of Nations.
No, I don't think so. I think that was like after.
I don't know. I forgot about the second reign too.
Anyway, but yeah, when we wrote this list up, they basically did nothing with Rusev.
Yeah, I mean, the Rusev day with Aiden English, he had quite a shitty rivalry with Aiden English in a way. Because where has he been since then? Oh, okay.
In the wilderness somewhere, I guess.
But Rusev, if you put him in a good mid-card feud with, say, like
Seth Rollins,
Dean Ambrose,
even Baron Corbin,
yeah. Drew McIntyre. Now, that would be a good match.
That'd be a killer match.
That'd be a stiff match. I mean, if he didn't go down with his illness, Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Well, no, we saw Rusev Roman Reigns already.
Yeah, we did. But anyway, I think he'll be one of the top mid-card guys on Monday Night Raw.
That was it. That was his second reign. Because I forget when he won it, but he dropped the belt to Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
See, I remember that.
Yeah. But anyway, Rusev, if he works his way up, he could definitely be in the mix for the Universal title. Once it's put on TV.
Yeah, once it's released from the Beast Cave.
Now we'll move on to number 6.
Number 6.
Tye Dillinger.
Which, you should have put him at number 10. But
I should have, because remember, he's the perfect 10. That gimmick is so dead, I don't know what else to say about it.
As of this list and of this recording, he's out on hand injury. Like, he legit messed up his hand.
Yeah, I honestly feel so bad for Tye Dillinger because he had so much momentum in NXT. He was one of the all-time hottest acts in NXT. He comes up to the main roster with a lot of hype behind him. And what have they done with him since? Absolutely nothing.
Well, he was the straight man to R-Truth's comedy bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, they could have done something great with the two of them.
Make them a tag team. Put the belts on them.
Turn them heel.
I mean, it's going to be the eventual running joke at the Royal Rumble where he comes out at number 10.
Yeah.
But Tye Dillinger, I don't know.
I don't know. At this case, he may not be at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to number 5. Number 5!
Naomi.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, I got a little lump in my throat. Naomi.
There we go.
Naomi, I feel like out of the women I put on this list, I really feel like if you put her in a feud with Sasha Banks or even who else?
Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott. Hell, even Ronda Rousey.
Oh, definitely Ronda.
I think, especially with Sasha, she could definitely have a killer ass rivalry.
Yeah.
Those two would definitely have some good matches. Naomi, former 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. She's not utilized much, but she is definitely at the forefront, if you will, of the women's division. Now, I definitely think, hell, even Ember Moon.
Yeah, Ember Moon. Oh, yeah. That'd be a great match.
Oh, my God, that'd be a good match. She, if you put her in the right position on the Raw Women's division, she could definitely carry that division on her backs, like, solid.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Number 4.
The Miz.
Or one half of the besties in the world.
Oh, God. Anyway, The Miz definitely carved out a name for himself on Monday Night Raw. The former 8-time Intercontinental Champion.
Actually, if you think about it, he carved his name on SmackDown.
That too.
With that infamous Talking Smack promo.
Yeah.
That went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The Miz, you know, I think he should definitely go back to Monday Night Raw. Because once they decide to actually make the Universal title mean something, I mean, I still don't see how in the world he's not in contention for the WWE title yet.
Oh, well, back in contention. I mean, he's been on a bigger title drought than... God, who's been on a big title drought? He's been on a bigger title drought than Finn Balor.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, what makes it worse is Miz had a god-awful run as champion.
Yeah.
To the point where he was overshadowed by The Rock.
Remember when he was a babyface and he had that one-day title reign as Intercontinental Champion and lost it to Barrett the next night?
I try to forget about his face turn.
The Miz is one of the best wrestlers in WWE, and
not to mention he's also one of the most loyal members.
Yes, and one of the best talkers on the mic too.
Yeah.
Now we talked about Samoa Joe being one of the best, if not the best. The Miz is definitely up there.
The Miz, when it comes down to his mic skills, he's got that Bobby Heenan type ingenuity.
Yeah.
He's always got a quick response and a smart response.
Yeah, with Samoa Joe, it just sounds like he's just going to murder you on sight.
Yeah, like one of those classy movie gangsters.
Yeah, but The Miz, yeah, no matter where he goes, he's definitely going to do his thing.
He's definitely going to be awesome. Number 3.
The New Day.
Now, we talked earlier in this list about Usos being one of the 3 best tag teams in WWE.
Yes.
The New Day wouldn't be the second compared to them. It would be 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
But again, they could still rebuild the Raw division.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you look at the Raw division right now, you got AOPP, you got Gable and Rude.
The Revival.
Lucha House Party.
Slater and Rhino.
The B Team.
Yeah.
So really, their tag team division is really weak and shallow. But the New Day, if you put them at that forefront, if you put them at the top, I mean, they're already in a league of their own. I mean, they've been doing this, what, for 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And they're still going, and they can definitely take that tag team division if you put them in the right position with the right tag team, put them in the right scenario. That tag team division on Raw will be on a level of its own.
Yeah, I mean, they put on great matches. They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're excruciatingly funny to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny it hurts sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
They know how to get it done in the ring. They move merch.
Yes.
And not to mention, if they want to make SmackDown more sports-oriented, I mean, New Day's great in the ring. They've got impeccable ring skills, but they're kind of a comedy act at times.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the situation, they can have their serious matches where they can go out there and give you a good 15, 20-minute match, and then they transition to the comedy act where they're just trying to, get the people going, get the crowd laughing and stuff like that, instead of just focusing, okay, what's the next match? Who's going to come in next? Who?
At least they'll bring a smart brand of funny to Raw, unlike hey, let me piss myself. That's fun.
Or let me go throw somebody's robe in the toilet, so
And then pee on it.
knowing that it will barely fit.
Knowing that you just ruined a $100,000 robe.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to number 2.
Luke Harper.
Now, at the time of this writing, he had a hand injury.
Yeah, so we don't know when he's going to return. He could return sometime in 2019, Royal Rumble maybe. We don't know.
He's been on the shelf longer than Ty Dillinger. So.
Yeah, but Luke Harper, I mean, ever since Eric Rowan went down, I mean, they really haven't done shit with him. I mean, I did see where at an NXT show a couple months ago, he had a match with Ricochet at a house show. I think it was for the North American title, and they had a pretty good match.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, it's like, you put him on Raw. I mean, at one point, he was Intercontinental Champion.
And he was delivering great matches.
Yes, remember that match he had with Ziggler? What pay-per-view was that?
I forget, I think it was TLC.
I want to say TLC or Money in the Bank.
All I remember was it was a ladder match, and my face still hurts when I think about Harper doing a suicide dive through the ropes and he getting smacked in the face with a ladder.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
That was brutal. I mean, this guy could definitely, if you book him properly, you book him strong, you make him feel important, he could go in there and have matches with Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, for God's sakes. I mean, Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor.
The list goes on and on and
I
on.
mean, hell, even some of the mid-card guys who we don't really give a shit about. Apollo Crews.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he can definitely do some things if you actually use him and put him on TV. I mean, he can definitely be another guy that could be really strong in that mid-card tier level.
Now, what also helps his case is two other things.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, send him to Raw, put him with Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Reform the Wyatt family. Maybe throw in a couple of new people that don't 4 horsemen it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other thing that helps him is, we talk about The Miz and Samoa Joe on the mic. Luke Harper, even though he hasn't been on the mic in WWE TV, I've seen him on a different show, on Damnation, that was on USA Network.
Yeah.
There he did a guest role where he was one of those old school traveling wrestling acts.
Yeah, kind of like an extra.
Well, like back in the day, wrestling traveled with the circus.
Yeah.
That was one of their acts.
Yeah.
Anyway, he plays a wrestler, go figure. And before his match, he cuts this Shakespearean-like promo, and it is so damn captivating. And I'm just sitting there thinking, why the fuck don't they let this man talk on WWE?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he can do that on a TV show, just imagine what he can do on the mic on WWE TV. This man will have you glued to the TV. This man, like I said with Samoa Joe, is just like, please say more, because I'm so glued in.
He delivered it with such passion, with such hellfire and brimstone. It was goddamn captivating.
Yes, I mean, I really, he's another person I really wish they used. I mean, I'm not like a super fan of his, but I mean, he can do some work. He can put in the work.
I'm a fan of his, more than Eric Rowan.
Oh, God, yes.
Eric Rowan is just like whole milk. This guy's like... this guy's like... Luke Harper's like eggnog.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, but number 1.
Randy Orton. Now, let's talk about old Randall Keith Orton.
Actually, before we just break down the minutia of why, what was your primary reason for moving him to Raw?
I mean, he's been on SmackDown for so long. I mean, he's good on SmackDown. I mean, you might as well say he's practically been on that brand his whole career. Mostly his career.
No, what you said was because he's done everything.
Well, that too.
He has done everything.
But after a while, it kind of gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
It's like, NBA, for example, the Warriors and the Cavs, they played 4 years in a row. It got boring because you knew the Warriors were going to beat the fuck out of the Cavs.
I mean, he's held every title.
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of the Universal.
Yeah. Listen, you put him in that conversation for the Universal title. You give him a good run. I think he can actually make that title feel important to where people are just like, okay, I actually care about the Universal title. It's not just some big ugly red belt.
Yeah, if they keep him heel though.
Yeah, he's better off. I did like his babyface stuff like a few years ago, but after a while it got boring and stale.
The only good babyface thing that he did was burn down the White House. And that's questionable as a face move or...
That was stupid because they did that like 2 weeks before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he had a god-awful match against Bray Wyatt.
Other than that, like, he's been killing it as a heel. All that sick stuff he did to Jeff Hardy's gauged ear.
Yeah, and then Rey Mysterio. I mean, he could be the best heel on that brand, on the Raw brand, hands down.
He could play second fiddle as far as best heel.
Who'd you put before him?
Drew McIntyre.
Okay. I feel like they could be 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
But Randy Orton, like you said, he's held every title known to man, every title put in front of him except that Universal Championship.
He's won the Rumble. He's won Money in the Bank. He's
won
done everything.
Universal Intercontinental Tag Team, WWE, so on and so forth.
He hasn't won the Universal.
Yeah, but like I said, if you put him in the right situation, he could definitely be the top guy to elevate that Universal title.
Yeah.
Because at this point, the Universal title don't mean shit.
And that is our 10 superstars, 10 SmackDown superstars that should jump to Raw before Fox buys it in 2019.
Yes. So the question is, who do you have on your list? Leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Continue to follow this series, this brand, so on and so forth.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, look forward to more top 10.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few clunking around the pipelines.
Yeah, I'm coming up with one right now. I'm going to wait till like after football season.
Well, I got one that I wrote the script for way back on the other brand, but
yeah.
I'm going to revise it. I can already go ahead and tell you the title. Top 10 CM Punk Dream Matches. If he comes back to the world of wrestling.
Okay. And then, well, you got that. I got one with 10 NFL teams that need to make a splash in the 2019 NFL Draft.
Okay. Number 1 through 10, the Cleveland Browns.
Actually, the Cleveland Browns, no, they're not on the list. They've actually impressed me this year.
Yeah, with their 7-7-1.
Yeah. Well, 7-8-1.
Ooh, 7-8-1.
Anyway,
if they didn't have a draw, they'd probably break even by now.
Yeah, anyway, stay tuned for whatever we got coming up as far as the 10 goes.
Yeah.
What else we got coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, we'll save that for the next video.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I am War Machine MJ. He's Dicky.
Yep.
And we are the 3 Count Mafia. And we'll see you guys next time. Alright.